Once upon a time, in the deep forests of the Pacific Northwest, there were whispers of something strange. For centuries, local tribes had told stories of a creature known as Sasquatch, a massive, hairy being that wandered the woods, rarely seen but never forgotten. It wasn't until the 1950s, however, that this legend began to spread far beyond the secluded valleys and mist-covered peaks. On a crisp autumn morning, a group of loggers working in Northern California stumbled across something impossible: giant, human-like footprints, impressions so large that no man could have made them. Word spread quickly, and soon, reporters and scientists were flocking to the site. A name stuck? Bigfoot. But as the myth grew, so did the doubt. Was it possible for a creature this large to exist without being caught? Could these footprints be real, or were they part of an elaborate prank? In 1967, two men, Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin, set out into the wilderness with a camera, determined to prove Bigfoot's existence once and for all. What they captured on film would become the most iconic piece of Bigfoot evidence: a large, hairy creature walking upright through the trees, glancing briefly at the camera before disappearing into the brush. For decades, people have studied those few seconds of footage. Was this the proof they were looking for? Experts dissected the film frame by frame. Some argued that the creature's fluid movements and visible muscle definition were too natural to be faked, certainly too advanced for the special effects technology of the 1960s. But skeptics had another explanation. Could it have been a man in a suit, cleverly filmed in the wilderness to fool a willing audience? The question hung in the air: was this film real evidence of a creature no one had ever officially documented? Or was it just a well-executed hoax? One evening, years after the Patterson-Gimlin film made headlines, a lone hiker ventured deep into the forests of Oregon. As the sun began to set and the forest grew quiet, something strange happened. A distant howl echoed through the trees, unlike any animal he had ever heard. He stopped, frozen, straining to hear. Then, out of the corner of his eye, he saw it: a tall, dark figure, larger than any bear, standing on two legs. Before he could react, the creature was gone, vanishing into the shadows as quickly as it had appeared. The hiker rushed to tell his story, his voice trembling as he recalled the details. But despite his fear, many doubted him. Was his mind simply playing tricks on him in the dim light of the forest? Could he have mistaken a bear or a trick of the light for the elusive Bigfoot? Or was his story, like so many others, evidence of a creature that truly exists? Scientists have spent years trying to unravel the mystery of Bigfoot. Could a creature this large and elusive really exist without leaving more tangible evidence? It's easy to dismiss stories of sightings as imagination or misidentification, but what about the massive footprints? The ones with intricate details like dermal ridges, typically found in real, living creatures? Some experts argue that it would be nearly impossible to fabricate these features. Others counter that with enough effort, almost anything can be faked. And if Bigfoot were real, where are the bones? Where are the clear photographs? In a world filled with cameras, shouldn't there be more evidence? But, as history has shown, the wilderness still holds many secrets. New species, some of them quite large, are discovered all the time. Just because we haven't found definitive proof, does that mean Bigfoot couldn't be out there, lurking in the remote corners of the world? The legend of Bigfoot continues to captivate people around the world. Every year, more hikers, hunters, and campers return from the woods with stories of strange encounters, with tales of eerie howls and glimpses of shadowy figures. Some dismiss these sightings as hoaxes or tall tales, but others remain convinced that something unexplained still roams the forests. Is it possible that all of these witnesses are mistaken? Or could there be something more to their stories, something that defies our understanding of the world? The story of Bigfoot is more than just a tale of a mysterious creature. It's a reminder of the unknown, a symbol of humanity's desire to find something beyond what we know. Perhaps Bigfoot is real, living quietly in the forests, evading detection. Or maybe it's just a story, a product of our imaginations, fueled by fear and curiosity. But as long as there are untamed places in the world, places where shadows stretch long and the night is full of strange sounds, the legend of Bigfoot will live on. And maybe, just maybe, one day we'll find out the truth. So what do you think? Is Bigfoot real, or just a myth? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories of the unknown. After all, the world is full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered.